So I don't do these, so I hope it turns out well, but we are talking about an exotic, and that's Damon's F12. And so I think the last time y'all saw it, we were preparing to build headers. And this is a complicated car for a lot of reasons. We'll talk about a few of them.
Fast and Loud took viewers and car enthusiasts into the world of Gas Monkey Garage, where old, rusty automobiles were restored to their former glory. If you're a fan of the show, you'd probably recall how Aaron Kaufman's departure almost threw the show off balance. Even though Richard Rawlings tried to salvage the situation, some viewers exited the show with Aaron. It's been years since all that happened, but the curiosity about what really happened to Aaron Kaufman remains. Let's find out what happened to the bearded wonder.
I'm the turbo spool. It's Slide City. As you can tell, you're standing in it. The conditions are absolutely reprehensible, and it's not just being slick. It's not the snow or the rain on the tarmac. It's the fog.
Born in Crowley, Texas, Aaron grew up with modest beginnings, initially aspiring to become a park ranger. However, growing up in Texas, which has a rich culture of car enthusiasts and a strong automotive community, changed the trajectory of his life. As a young boy, Aaron was fascinated with how things worked. This curiosity led him to start disassembling and reassembling various objects, including bicycles and lawnmowers. His curiosity naturally extended to cars, where he found a particular interest in their complexity and the challenge of modifying and improving them. Luckily for him, his father worked as a maintenance mechanic, and due to his love for automobiles, Aaron eagerly assisted his father in the car shop. He immersed himself in the knowledge of automobiles and honed his skills in car modification. This hands-on education instilled fearlessness of getting his hands dirty and a passion for tinkering with machinery. Despite excelling academically as a top student throughout high school, Aaron made the decision to drop out of college to pursue a career in car fabrication and restoration. In his teenage years, Aaron began working on cars more seriously. He started learning the intricacies of car mechanics, customization, and fabrication. His skills developed rapidly, and he became known locally for his talent and innovative ideas. However, automobiles were never something Aaron wanted to go into fully, but he eventually changed his mind after restoring his first car, a Jeep Cherokee, all by himself at the age of 16. I guess he would have started earlier if he had known he had a bright future in car fabrication and restoration. Luckily for him, Richard Rawlings came along a few years later. But how did these business-minded duo cross paths, and how did Fast and Loud happen? The significant encounter occurred at a local garage where Aaron was working as a mechanic. Rawlings brought his '53 Ford mainline to the shop, and Aaron was tasked with working on it. Rawlings was so impressed with Kaufman's skills and work ethic that he remembered him for future projects. Richard Rawlings founded Gas Monkey Garage in Dallas, Texas, with a vision of restoring and customizing classic cars. Recognizing Aaron's exceptional mechanical abilities, Rawlings invited him to join the garage. Aaron's role as the lead mechanic was crucial. He brought innovative techniques and an artistic vision to the car build, which became the hallmark of Gas Monkey Garage. The duo's success caught the attention of the Discovery Channel, which led to the creation of the reality TV show Fast and Loud in 2012. The show focused on the adventures of Rawlings and Aaron as they scoured the country for old, dilapidated cars to restore and sell for a profit. Aaron's expertise in fabricating and customizing vehicles quickly made him a fan favorite. His ability to transform rusty wrecks into stunning automotive masterpieces held audiences spellbound worldwide. The show was simply successful. Meanwhile, as Fast and Loud progressed, the pressures of producing a successful television show began to strain Aaron Kaufman's relationship with Richard Rawlings. The show's demanding schedule required the team to complete car builds much faster than would typically be feasible in a non-televised setting. The pace often conflicted with Aaron's desire for perfection and quality in his work. He found the tight deadlines and the need to prioritize speed over meticulous craftsmanship increasingly frustrating. Aaron preferred to take the time necessary to ensure each build met his high standards, but the show's format necessitated quicker turnarounds to meet production schedules and financial goals. This fundamental difference in priorities led to creative tension between Aaron and Rawlings, with Rawlings often pushing for faster completions while Aaron struggled to maintain the quality he was known for. In addition to this, the general workload at Gas Monkey Garage was a constant source of strain. Aaron and his team often worked over 100 hours a week to meet the show's deadlines, which left little time for rest and recovery. This relentless schedule was not sustainable and contributed to the mounting tensions. Aaron's dissatisfaction with the rushed nature of the projects was a recurring theme. He repeatedly expressed his preference for taking the necessary time to ensure each car was restored to the highest standard, and this continued until the duo went their separate ways. The relentless pace and the growing creative differences reached a breaking point in 2017. Aaron decided to leave Gas Monkey Garage and Fast and Loud, a decision driven by his need to regain creative control and reduce the overwhelming pressures of the television schedule. He expressed a desire to work on projects at his own pace and to take on more ambitious and intricate builds that the show's format didn't allow. In interviews following his departure, Aaron highlighted that the decision was not made lightly. Despite these challenges, he maintained that his relationship with Rawlings remained professional and respectful. They parted ways on good terms, with Aaron acknowledging the opportunities and exposure that Fast and Loud had provided him. Despite the creative tensions and eventual split, Aaron and Rawlings maintained professional respect for each other. Rawlings acknowledged Aaron's contributions to Gas Monkey Garage and the success of Fast and Loud. In public statements, Rawlings often spoke highly of Kaufman's skills and dedication. This mutual respect helped to soften the blow of Aaron's departure for show fans. After his departure from Fast and Loud, one question that still piques fans' curiosity is whether he's given up fabrication and automobiles generally. Has he? Automobiles have grown to become Aaron's life, and it doesn't look like he'll stop anytime soon. Following his departure from Fast and Loud, Aaron Kaufman founded ArcLight Fabrication in Dallas, Texas. The enterprise specializes in manufacturing aftermarket parts for Ford F-100 trucks. His focus on these vehicles shows his deep-rooted passion for them and his desire to fill a gap in the market for quality parts and custom builds. At ArcLight Fabrication, Aaron has the creative freedom he craved during his time at Gas Monkey Garage. He can now take on more ambitious projects without the constraints of tight television production schedules. This autonomy allows him to focus on the meticulous craftsmanship and intricate details that have always been his signature. Despite stepping away from Fast and Loud, Aaron didn't entirely leave the television world. He launched his own show, Shifting Gears with Aaron Kaufman, which premiered on the Discovery Channel in 2018. The show provided an in-depth look at his work at ArcLight Fabrication and allowed him to tackle more complex and ambitious automotive projects. The show featured various projects, from custom builds to competitive racing vehicles. Unlike the fast-paced builds on Fast and Loud, Shifting Gears showcased Aaron's process in a more detailed and relaxed manner. Meanwhile, Shifting Gears with Aaron Kaufman only lasted for one season, but it served as a platform for Aaron to express his skills and passion for car building in a format that suited his work style. Again, in 2019, Aaron returned to television with another show, Aaron Needs a Job. This series followed Kaufman as he traveled across the United States, exploring various mechanically inclined jobs and industries. The show was nothing like what Aaron had done in the past. It detailed his curiosity and willingness to learn new skills as he engaged with a broader range of mechanical and technical fields. Apart from automobiles, Aaron Kaufman's passion for racing has also been a significant part of his life after Fast and Loud. He has competed in various racing events, including the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. He subsequently tried different racing categories, including the 4800 and 4400 classes. His curiosity even led him to the 2020 King of the Hammers, where he raced a UTV alongside co-driver Brian Tilton. With a post-Gas Monkey Garage life full of adventures, it's safe to say Aaron is a money bag, and trust me, it's not far from the truth. Aaron Kaufman is estimated to have a net worth of around $8 million, which has been amassed through a combination of his successful television career, business ventures, and involvement in the automotive industry. From Discovery Channel's Fast and Loud to Shifting Gears with Aaron Kaufman, and later Aaron Needs a Job, Aaron has dipped his hands in so many pies to make up this fat bank account. Additionally, his participation in competitive racing events and his strong social media presence have contributed to his overall wealth. A particular situation further showed how his income culminated into his net worth after selling a 1963 Ford Falcon 500 horsepower for $65,000 on eBay. With such a dynamic and unpredictable lifestyle, it's hard to tell what the Bearded Wonder has up his sleeves for his fans, but you can be sure he'll never disappoint.